How many of you could actually work with your family members? Well, that's the situation that I'm in. The Brady Bunch of dentistry. Growing up with two parents who are dentists, mom who was a cosmetic dentist, focuses on TMJ, holistic dentistry, father who did laser dentistry as well as photography. My father, Dr. Alex, he knew he wanted to be a dentist. My mother actually wanted to be a medical doctor, just like her mother. When my father met my mother, he convinced my mother to become a dentist as well. And my mom, being the sweetest human being in the world, looked in his eyes, believed in my father and said, I got you. My mother, the ringleader in all this, I think she's the genius of geniuses. I mean, the amount of research that she has done, the years that she's been doing the dentistry.
So another thing that I would love to share with you is this young lady that is part of our team, Dr. Marina, aka my mother.
Father is a very special breed as well. With his bedside manner, his personality, his passion for photography, we included that in this practice. So my father does the before and after photos. We have a photo studio upstairs.
Come with me, I want to show you one of the most important rooms in this office. Follow me. This is where the magic happens.
Down a little bit? Yeah, look at me.
He also loves lasers. He did a lot of research in lasers, so laser dentistry is a huge part of our practice. Now we have my brother who wanted to be a plastic surgeon. I had a conversation with him. Long and behold, he decided to go into dental school just like the rest of his family. Good boy. Dr. Jeff wanted to be a plastic surgeon. The closest thing that I believe to plastic surgery in the mouth is being a periodontist, a gum specialist. It takes finesse. It takes skill, suturing, knowing that my brother is gonna be joining the practice, I was like, we have to make this even sexier.
Welcome to the surgical suite.
What's going on, guys? This is our surgical suite. You can see how spacious it is.
Myself, Dr. Daniel, I do mostly cosmetic dentistry. I know the impact it has on human beings. I went into dentistry not to help save someone's life per se, but save someone's life in terms of confidence. My younger brother, he's like, listen, I'm not as crazy as you four. I'm not becoming a dentist. My youngest brother, Brandon, he's an entrepreneur, God bless him. He got us into the social media game. Four of us in one household, seeing each other all the time in this office. It's quite the experience, let me tell you that. How many of you actually live at home? Not that easy. Imagine working together all the time. Many people say, oh, when I leave work at work. Let's say we have a family dinner, we still talk about work. Work does not leave us because we leave work. Growing up, imagine this, I'm in the backseat of my parents' car. All my parents listened to is dental related tapes. And it sounded so boring. It had the typical dentist voice. It was so boring. I was never forced into going dentistry, but I was inspired. Throughout the years, I would work at my parents' practice. Some people go to camp, some people traveling the world. I spent summers at my parents' office. It was terrible. So my father every summer would start off with a certain amount of money for me to help promote the business. It started off with first $50, then $100, then $1,000. And because I had starting off so little, I needed to be very creative. And I really believe that was the stepping stone of helping me become creative in dentistry. My parents worked their ass off. When my parents first started, they started in the basement. It was very cramped, it smelled. It wasn't your typical, what you have now as the Rubinshtein Foundation. My family started to outgrow that basement. There were people in the waiting area that had to wait outside of the door because there wasn't enough space. Then they ended up switching to this location at 19th Avenue and 80th Street. I asked my parents, why the heck did you choose this location? It was through a mutual friend that highly recommended this neighborhood, middle of nowhere, Bensonhurst. But what I did, I saw an opportunity that maybe if I put my spin on it, we can turn dentistry into something more fun, sexy, and something that people are willing to come into on their own. What I want to know from you guys, can you see yourself working with your family? Comment below.